All right, so we are recording, and just want to take a few seconds to talk about destructuring objects and arrays in JavaScript. I know a few people had a couple questions last night, so yeah, there's a whole Mozilla document about it. You just type in destructuring assignment, and it's really fun, but I'll just go over like the basic things for now. Um, so let's just see. Let me just create a new REPL. And I'll incorporate a little bit tonight so you can see if you decide if you want to use it or not. So const object, you have name is Michael, and let's see, what else can we have? We have a age, age. No. All right, there we go. And then email. Test at, true. Okay, cool. Oh, this is just a basic object. Nothing new, right? There's this thing called destructuring, which is kind of nice. You can do something like this. So how do I access the console log? I want to get the name. How do I access that normally?
Person.name.
Person.name. All right, let's check it out. Awesome. So we get Michael like we expect. But now there's this cool thing. It's destructuring, right? So now we can say let name. We can do the object like that. And we say name equal person. And now we can console log name. And it's equal to Michael. So it's kind of cool. I'll show you, where that might be helpful. You can do name, age, email as well, and you get, you can say age, and now you can use all these variables kind of separately anywhere you want. So it's kind of cool. I'll show you how that might come in handy. Cool. Any questions about that? That's just one little snippet of it, but really one of the most common ones. So I'll let you guys decide if you guys like that or not. Let's go to, let's see here. Let's go to challenge practice. Awesome. So we got our cars again. And, we can look at some different data, but really data is data. And I feel like with this data, you can do more stuff because you have numbers, and so that's why I kind of come back to it. But we can look at other data as well if you guys want to. Cool. Was anyone not here last night who's here tonight?
That'll be me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So we can just talk about these functions here, and we can just talk through them. A few of them anyways. So this one here is just the number of cars. How do you return the number of cars in the inventory? There were a few different ways that we decided to do it, but the easiest way we decided was just to return inventory.length. So now you can call number of cars. Oh, give me back. It's gonna be back. Why is it? Anyone know why it's doing that? Yeah.
I think that's the average.
That's the average profit. I'm like, why is that being called? All right, there we go. We got a few different ones going here. If we don't console log it, it's just going to return the last thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, so let's go down here. Make sure we got them all. I think we got one now. Yeah, cool. So we just get 50, right? So, it's always good to know how to, that arrays have a length property.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a nice thing to use, right?
Yeah.
But then it was a little bit different in this one. Which one was it? Where's the ID one? This one. This one. Okay. So this one here is passing number 1 through 10. And, so because it's zero base arrays, we have to put num minus 1 because you have to, if you want to get the first item, what is really the first item? What index is the first item?
0.
Exactly. So in order to get that, you just got to do num minus 1. So pretty simple. We can go down here. Oh yeah. Let me, this is kind of an example I'll show you where destructuring might, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight.
Do you
Destructuring.
sorry, post this repo?
Yeah, I'll post the REPL.
Hmm.
So the nice thing is we had to put car.state register every time, right? It was kind of, I don't know, verbose and repetitive. So one thing we can do is, because we know that every time that we're going to call filter, it's going to be passing an object, right? It's just going to pass in this, the first time it gets called, it's just going to pass in this object, and then this object, and this object. So you can actually destructure that in your filter and array methods. It makes your life a lot easier. And here's why. Because now, instead of saying car dot, watch how easy this is. We can say state registered. So we destructure it here, and now we never have to say car. We can just get rid of that. That all goes away. Just makes it a lot easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got state register Florida, state register equals Georgia. And so if you run this one, let's go run it. You'll see that it works all the same. We get South Carolina, Florida, and Florida. So it's pretty nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's go down to, then we did total profit 1. We can kind of make our own little, some new functions here. Cool. The next one here we have on the list is targeted list. This one's kind of challenging. But let's walk through it. Let me clear this out so it's not a distraction. Can't clear my REPL? I guess not. Okay.
Put that arrow up in the upper right-hand corner. It'll clear it up.
Oh, I can't say it because it was black there.
Yeah.
This one?
No, other one. Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, because it's running Node. It's not, okay, it's not actually running Bash. I see. Good catch. All right, let's go look at this one here. Brad, the sales manager, would like to give his salespeople a list of the top 10 cars with the most potential profit. Please return an array with the top 10 cars that have the most potential profit. Interesting one, huh? So let's go look at our data, and we'll try to break it down. So profit is what? It's the difference between selling price and cost. So we want to find the top 10 cars that have the greatest distance between selling price and inventory cost. This is kind of a challenging problem, huh? Anyone have any thoughts on how we might solve this?
I was thinking I haven't done this one yet, but just as you're talking through it, I was thinking maybe if we had a loop that went through the entire array and calculated the profit of each vehicle, then we could push all those values into a new array and then sort that array. I guess.
Okay.
This with the highest first and just output out the first 10. I don't know if that's overcomplicating it.
No, I think that makes sense. So let's just we'll just come down here, break it down, and start working on it. The best thing to do is just to get start coding and figure out along the way. So we know that our parameters are going to be what? It's going to be the inventory. And any other parameters you guys think? I think that should be about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So we want to get the profit of each car. So let's think about that. So when we talk out loud, like each kind of sound like for each in a way.
Yeah.
Because filter wouldn't really do it because that would be filtering, so we can't use that one. Map wouldn't really do what we want to do. So I think in this case, I think for each or just a normal loop would be the best choice. So let's create a new, let me think here. So do we want a new array or a new, let me think here.
We've got to return an array, right, with the
We
top
have to-
10.
Yeah, so we can say top 10 cars equals empty array. So we change it if we need it down later. So we have that. And then the profit on each car. Okay, yeah, I think we can do that all in the for each function. What do you guys think? So we
Yeah.
say inventory dot for each, and this is going to take the just the whole car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can say, let's see, we're at for each. Cool. Now, what do we want to do in the for each? So we want to calculate the profit. So we want to, so can we say, so
Do you want to create another something for the profit?
Yeah,
and then arrange it.
that sounds pretty good. That sounds, so we say the profit equal like empty array.
Well, I was thinking of the actual equation, like
Oh, okay, like a variable.
yeah, like price minus cost or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let profit each. Let's see. So we have selling price, inventory cost. Okay, so we say selling price minus inventory cost. And we gotta say car dot selling price, right? In car, because we did not do structure, so we have to still use car. Cool. So now we have profit for each car. Let's think about what else we can do.
So now it's how to find the top 10.
Now we gotta find the top 10. So let's see.
Do you have to do that? The for let I, equation. Oh, never mind.
I don't think we have to because that's kind of what for each is going to do for us. So we do this. Can we do that? And then can we say profit array dot push the profit? What do you guys think?
Is this saying that it pushes the highest number?
Well, this is just going to push all the profits in. So what we can do now, just see what we have, we can just console log profit array. Just see what's going on. And we can just call our function, and we will see if we are getting all the profits in this array, and then maybe we can sort that array and then somehow push those cars at the top 10. Let's see. Okay, cool.
All right, so I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, now that you have like all of the data, if you did this, could you like now just because you know what the lowest is or whatever, or you I don't know. Never mind. I think I'm saying it wrong. But I was gonna say make it an easier thing, like when you because you could do like if it's
sort it
greater
out?
than or less than a certain number because you already know what it is, kind of.
What about this? Yeah. Why don't we just create a new property in this object? We can do that, right? So we can say we can actually do this. This might actually work out pretty nice. Let's think about this. Okay, because we might end up with a couple of nested for loops. You know, that might be okay. What if we said var dot profit equals profit? I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's find out. Console log. Nice if it did. Let's find out. Cool. So now we have in here we have profit in our object.
Oh.
So this might work out pretty nice.
That's cool.
So now what we can do, what do we want to do now? We can say
But you did push that in. How did it?
we took out the push.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just put because we know we can access, you know, make new properties on objects. So we
Okay.
just create a brand new property called profit, and we
Okay.
just we're just console logging it for now. Cool. So let's do this now. What do you guys think about if we just said new array new sort? Let's see. What if we said new array to sort dot push? Now we can just push the entire car in there, and then here we can just console log.
But isn't that still going to push all of it in?
Yeah, it will. But now we're gonna have this this
Yeah.
new value of profit on there. So let's see. Let's see what happens. This might be wrong. Let's see. Cool. So we have a new array, and we have profit now in this new array. So this is, I think this is what we
I
want.
can see what you're pointing at.
Oh
You
yeah.
said you have what?
So we have this new property called profit
Okay.
on each object.
Okay.
So
Let's-
now we know how to sort by this profit, don't we? So now we have this new array, and we can say new array to sort, and then anyone want to remind me how to sort?
Isn't it just sort?
And then which property do we want to sort on?
The profit.
Yes. We can say car dot profit. I think this should work. We'll say sorted array. Okay, so let's console log sorted array. What do you guys think?
I like it.
Top, and we get profit. Okay, so looks like it's actually doing the from the opposite way that we want to do it. That's okay. Profit. Actually, I don't think it's actually sorting the way we want to. So let's look
So
up sort.
what I was going to say was, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
What I was going to say is, like, can't you just do sort?
Mhm.
And once you do the sort, doesn't it automatically do it in like highest, like ascending order? And then you can do, after you do the sorting by itself, you can push like the array number, was it 0 through 9, right? Or something like that to get the top 10.
Yeah, we can do
Maybe.
like a slice.
I guess that's what it would be. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, something like that. Because essentially, you don't really need to do the sort
Oh, wait, okay,
Of-
so it says
of that if you can already have the profit, I think.
yeah.
Or I meant like the push into the new array to sort. You could just sort profit and then push it into a new array, I think.
I profit. So we got A profit and B profit, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can say A dot profit greater than B dot profit, like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's
And then what is that?
something, I think, because we have
Plus 1, I think. And then if it's less than, it's negative -1, and then something like that. I can't remember the exact thing, but I believe we can do it that way.
sounds about right. Let's check it out. Let's see, it's not like something here. Mess up our book. Let's get rid of this. All right. Yeah, okay, fine. See, because the thing is, if we just say that, if this is just an empty array, that would work. But we have array objects, so we have to sort on that property. So let's see how we can handle that here. Compare AB, return -1. Okay. So we want to access a property A and B. Okay, cool. So A and B. We can do something like this. A dot profit greater than B dot profit. I think that's what we're looking for. What do you think?
Thanks. That work?
Let's see. Profit 2080. Profit 18.
It's negative.
07. So that did not exactly work the way we want to. Let me see here. All right, there we go. Cool. Let's do this outside. All right. Okay, so I think now we're at least we're sorting it. So yeah, the biggest profit down there. So it's just backwards. So we just got to do reverse these. So now we have it all sorted. So this is exactly what we want. So here we can say return now. Okay, cool. So we have that. What do you guys think we should do next? So like this const top 10. And then do you guys know about slice yet?
About what?
Slice? Cool.
I've seen it.
Yeah, so this is a really nice trick, and it'll definitely come in handy. Slice JavaScript. So what slice does, it just takes a slice of the array. So for example, if I want the first 2 items out of this array, I say array slice 2, and it's going to say camel, duck, elephant, because it's array. Okay, here we go. Begin and end. So there's 2 parameters. All right, so 1 to 3 would be banana, orange, lemon. So you're going to stop at 1, you're ending at 3. So we can do the same thing here, and we can say sorted array, slice. Let's see, start number, I think we just defaults to the beginning of the array, 0 and index 9. Is it inclusive or is it exclusive? Let's find out. So we just got to figure out if this number that we want to stop is that inclusive or is that exclusive of 9?
Now, when you're doing, okay, never mind. I see what you're talking about.
When the
So-
1 is there, it gets a banana, so I would think it's...
Yeah, I'm interested in that because it shouldn't be like that.
No, I don't think the 1 was getting a banana.
And I've seen this with MDM before, where they don't use zero-based indexes in their documentation. Because if we just say this, or just to take a look at it, because I've seen them do that, and sometimes I don't understand it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Console log. Test.slice. 0 and 3. We get 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 would be exclusive. Okay. So we want to get 0, 4. Because if we put 1, we should only get the number 2. Yeah, so we get 1 to the rest of the array. So watch out for MDM because sometimes they do that. So that's kind of like a pitfall with MDM.
But I'm not really following that slice, like why those numbers are working like
Yeah.
they are.
So this right here is which array index do you want to slice? We want to slice from 0 up to 4. So 0, 3. So we want to take a slice of this array. We get 1, 2, 3 because we said 3 is exclusive. So it's 0 to 4 to get the whole array.
Well, see, all right, can I say something really
Yeah, go
quickly? All right, so from my understanding of how the array stuff works, I don't think that the 0 is representing the 1 slot. I believe that the 0 is representing the 0 array, and then you're doing the first 3 items in the array. Because you remember how if you have 2 different arrays in the same array, you got to count those as well. I think that's what the first number is, and then the commas is the second version of that.
Exactly. So I want to include 0 index, and I want to stop at the 4th index. So the number 4 is exclusive. So that's why it's only getting back 0, 1, 2, 3, because these are the array indexes, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is not included in this slice. So if I say 3, we should get back what? 0, 1, 2, right? Because 3 is not included. So it's a little tricky, but
yeah.
Does that make sense? And then you can also do something like this. You can say, I want 1, but I do not, just want 1 and stop at 3, and get back just 2 and 3. I mean, it's a little tricky, but it's really useful for something like this because now we can say, if we go back to our original challenge, let me go here.
So the last index number, it's not counting.
Yes, so it's different for every language, but for JavaScript, it is exclusive. It means it does not put it in. That's where you want to stop. All right, so we go here. So in our example, we can say 0, 10 because we know that 10 will not be included, and the first 10 items will be 0 through
0
9.
to 9. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool. And then we can just return. We want to return out of the whole function.
Top 10, right?
Top 10. Let's see if this works here. Make that bigger. Let me move this out of the way. Let's check it out. Cool. So we get that. We can just count as much. Make sure we have 10. 1, 2. Actually, we can just say this. Console log.
Top 10.length.
Yep. We see that's 10. It's 10 long. So
Ooh.
Any questions on this one? I know this one was a little bit challenging. I didn't even realize it was going to be that challenging when I wrote it, but anyone have any questions or anyone solve a different way?
Can I ask you, is there any way to use inventory.map for that and like return a new array of the profits that were selling price minus inventory cost, return a new array of those, and then sort
Yeah.
the top 10 of those?
So yeah, instead of for each, in hindsight looking back, you could have used map and mapped over the values and just kind of did the same thing we did there and, put that profit in the new object. Yeah, you definitely could have done that.
Okay.
I think we kind of took the harder approach, but it worked out in the long run. Cool. But yeah, that would definitely work as well. Any other questions? Awesome. And there's nothing on the test on Thursday that's this difficult. So
Okay.
don't be like, this is, exemplary what we're going to be expected to do Thursday, because it's not. It just, the more practice you get, it'll become easier and easier. Cool. All right, see how much time we have left in the Zoom here. Yeah, 5 minutes. I think we can knock out this last one before the Zoom ends. If not, we'll just come back. So Joe, the owner, would like a list of all the previous owners, not including the current owner. The current owner is in array position 0. So we're saying that the current owner is going to be Stillman Sorton. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 0, 1, 2. Please provide this information to Joe in the array so he may get this to the marketing department to target them for a big sale they have come up for Black Friday. Let's see. All right, let's see all of, so we want a list of people, but we do not want the current owner of the car because we don't want them to like trade in or something. We just want to get all these previous owners out. How do you guys think we might do this?
Did you slice from 1 to...
Like that slice.
Yeah, that slide's pretty nice. Yeah, you could do 1 to 3, right?
Yeah.
Or 1 to the end. So in that case, since we don't know how many there's going to be, we can do something like this. We just say 1, and it's going to put everything but this 1.
Ooh.
So we'll get 2, 3, 4 all the way to the end. That's kind of nice. Good thinking. See?
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, we can definitely use that. All right. So, but then we have to somehow loop over all of these and kind of combine them into one array. So it almost kind of feels like reduce in a way. Because you want to combine multiple objects into one. How do you guys feel about that? You guys feel like reduce is the best way, or you can also do like for each?
If you do reduce, what would be the test it has to pass or whatever?
So the accumulator and reduce would end up being just an array object. And then you would basically be pushing this slice into the new array. So it would look something like this. It'd be like accumulator dot push. So you have to say like previous owners and slice 1. And then you would end up doing just accumulator dot push like sliced. It's kind of neat. You guys want to try it? Because I don't know if you guys ever seen like reduce being used like that, but it's cool to like know that's there, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's take a 5-minute break. Let's go stretch, and then we'll come back and we'll do this. We'll go over a few more basic examples These are kind of hard.
You got to open up a new Zoom, though, right?
Yeah, I got to open up a new Zoom. So I'll drop a new link in about 5 minutes.
Alrighty.
Cool. Thanks,
Cool.
guys.
Thanks.